Hi there, this is the Heir of Carthage bringing you an Empire Total War online commentary battle. This is a battle between France and Prussia. I'm in command of the French, and here you can see some Prussian Jaegers that are marching towards my men. And they have gotten too far out ahead of their lines, and my units, my skirmishers, my tirailleurs, have opened fire, and the Jaegers are taking unnecessary losses at this point. My opponent probably just made a mistake by moving them forward within range, and by so doing he gave my my skirmishers the first shot. However, his Prussian Jaegers are good skirmishers, and it's not necessarily going to just be a cakewalk for my men. Yep, so you can see we've opened fire there. Let me show you our armies while the skirmishing is beginning. I have 4 units of tirailleurs, long-range skirmishers. I have 5 units of Buckley's regiment, line infantry, and my cavalry consists of 1 light cavalry, which is I'm trying to remember what they're called. Chevaux de guerre? I don't know how to say that. And then my other one is a garde du corps. Then I have a general's bodyguard as well. Now here he's rushing my general, or attempting to assist his other unit of cavalry. And so I bring out a unit of Buckley's regiment to join the fight. As he runs forward, his cavalry are snagged on my square, and that slows them down. That's all I want, is to slow his cavalry down while I finish off this wing. On either one of his wings he had a unit of cuirassier heavy cavalry and a unit of regiment of horse, which is light cavalry. Regiment of horse isn't all that great. So I've succeeded in slowing down his cuirassier, and in so doing I'm going to be able to wipe out his cavalry wings individually. And I've got my Buckley's regiment here assisting. Buckley's regiment is pretty tough all-around line infantry, pretty good at firing it out, and probably better in melee, I think. I don't have all my stats straight. As you can see, his skirmisher movements have cost him. I'm not doing like fantastic necessarily, but my skirmishers are definitely doing better than his. His are a bit out of line. So he's moving his line infantry up, and now they're going to take some losses from my skirmishers as well. Now Prussian line infantry is pretty good though. Definitely one of the better line infantries in the game, the way I hear it. So it's a good thing I brought Buckley's regiment, because had I brought regular line infantry, Prussian line infantry would be better, I believe. So now they're opening fire on my skirmishers as well, and I'm just going to let them do so for a moment. But as you can see, in Empire Total War, even though I'm out of range of his line infantry, when he misses, some of his musket fire comes back and actually kills my line infantry. That's something you have to be aware of. Your men can actually get killed even though they're not involved. And so seeing this, I move them forward, because if they're going to be getting shot, then I'd like them to be shooting back. And here the last of his cavalry is being wiped out. It's a regiment of horse, and they're now routing from the battle. In the midst of that cavalry fight, I had this Buckley's regiment here in square formation that assisted my cavalry. Yep, so now it's just a fight between my our gunpowder units, and because I have my tirailleurs left, I'm going to have more fire coming towards him than he will at me, so that's going to be good for me. And like I said, my Buckley's regiment is tougher than standard French line infantry, but they also cost more, so that's why I couldn't bring 6 of them as I would have with standard line infantry. I actually like this part of Empire Total War here. I like watching them fire off their muskets and then start to reload. It's pretty cool. My tirailleurs are kneeled down in front so that they don't get hit by the musket fire. That'd still be a little bit too dangerous job for me. Yep. So I've brought my cavalry in to hit my opponent from the flank. I want to force him into squares so that my Buckley's regiment can outshoot him even easier. Now one thing I forgot is this light cavalry here, my lancers. They're kind of terrible in a melee fight, and I really should have pulled them out. Now my garde du corps, they could hang into a melee fight for a while, but yeah, I lose my lancers here because I left them in that fight too long. Then my opponent forms a square, so I'm going to get out of there, because that's what I wanted him to do anyway, was form a square. Now this unit of line infantry's had too much, and they rout. There's a whole lot of fire pouring onto his line infantry now because he has less men. I still have long rifles, and I also have line infantry. When I say long rifles, I mean long range skirmishers, not like actual US long rifles, obviously, because I'm playing as France. Anyway, he's gonna pull these line infantry back. There's really no point in that. I can pretty easily chase him down now. Yeah, I keep making this unit of line infantry form into squares. I don't want them to be able to retreat. And yeah, but they're gonna try and run away anyway, so I'm just gonna keep chasing them with my cavalry, I think. Maybe I don't, I can't remember. Yeah, so his army is in tatters. It's really important on Empire Total War that you get the first shot with your long-range skirmishers. And my opponent brought a good army. I was just able to outmaneuver him in a few key areas, is what helped me win. His line infantry isn't quite as quality as mine, but he had one more unit of them than I did, or no, I don't remember. In any case, my opponent could have won this battle with his army. It was a good army, but like I said, those few mistakes cost him. You can't let your men get shot first if you can avoid it, unless you have some other plan. And then his cavalry really was wasted. Yeah, so I'm just letting my Tiralor shoot at his men from a distance, because I outrange him. And I'm going to stop recording for a moment and get closer to the end of this fight, so I make sure not to run over my time limit. Alright, here's the final stand of my Prussian opponent. He's pulled back within musket range of my men, and he opens fire. Of course, my men are firing back as well. And with as few men as he has left, it's really not going to take long at this point. You can see one of his unit of Jaegers is routing there. Let's take a look at my men. There they open fire. As you can see on Empire Total War, your men can fire by rank, and they'll do it 3 ranks deep, so it's typically smart to have your line infantry in 3 ranks or less. Generally, people just put it in 3 ranks. Unless you're on early period when they don't have the fire by rank feature yet. And yeah, so you can't do it then. Only your front rank can fire, so then it's good to have long, thin lines. So he's gonna suicide rush my men. This is generally what you do in Empire Total War when you know you're about to die. Because, I mean, hey, why not? This is what I would do if I were him. Yeah, so he's gonna throw everything he's got left at my men and try and cause as many casualties as he can. But his men are gonna be demoralized from taking losses and being outnumbered, so they're really not gonna accomplish much. Let's check out some of the action up close here. Yeah, Empire Total War's got a bit better animations than Rome. It kind of looks more realistic when the men fight. Sometimes they have the little cool animations like you may have seen in Fuel's videos where the guys get into like a nice little duel. My game, it doesn't work so well because my game doesn't run quite as quickly as theirs because my computer's not quite as good as theirs. Anyway, there goes the last of the Prussian units. And as you can see, here's the battle statistics. I deployed 954 men, I suffered 446 losses, had 853 kills, while my opponent, I can't really make out his name there, had 1,044 men deployed, he took 882 losses, and had 420 men remaining. Good game to my opponent, and it was a fun battle, hope you enjoyed it.